up, guys? Welcome back, man. Jackpot DFS, dude. Hope you guys have had a good weekend, couple of days. I took a little hiatus to spend some time with the family. Family first, man. Especially during the times they need your love too. So it's important to take a couple days off to kind of break away from sports and doing those things, because those things can kind of control your life sometimes if you allow them to. So it's important to break away, take a night off or two. It's important, especially when you play DFS pretty heavy, to break away and make sure you care and give those your kids or family or wife or whatever a couple days of your obligation and devotion, attention, and all those good things to make sure that they know that you still love them, because that's important in life, especially during these times during the pandemic. Nonetheless, guys, welcome back. We got a 6-game slate today, maybe a 5-gamer, just kind of depends on that Heat game, which I really, really like today for value and to target. Hopefully that game plays. I know that they need 8 players. Right now they've got 3 questionable guys. I think they need 2 of the 3 to play. I think that's Olynyk, Leonard, and one more guy. I can't remember the other fella that needs to play today. But nonetheless, we'll kind of get down and shoot down. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's obviously Doug. Jackpot DFS is the name of the channel. We do provide content for NFL, NBA, esports, MLB as well, providing that content for the channel. If you guys are back for another video, welcome back, guys. Appreciate the love and support you guys are giving me already. Hit that like button, man. It only helps the channel and shows that you guys are just doing your 2 cents. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the like button. It helps the channel. Nonetheless, we use a nifty tool called Draft Dashboard. We use this for building our player pool, and we can use that for projections. We use this for kind of what the defensive matchup is against that particular position, what their history they've done the past 5 games against that particular opponent, what their price is, last 3 games they've done as far as the past 3 games against whoever opponent they've played, their usage rates, etc., ownership. I mean, there's just so much to like and love about this site, and that generally this helps you get all your research here in one place. Nonetheless, you can try Draft Dashboard for yourself for 30 days for only $1. That's going to be any deal that you'll find in the DFS industry. If you're not using a DFS tool, I highly advise using Draft Dashboard. Try it out for 30 days, see what you think, and if you feel like it's helping you get better in DFS and all those things, and you can use this for cash games, GPPs, etc. There is actually a tool. Once you've built your player pool, you can actually select GPP or cash and build a lineup that way if you want. So there are nifty tools in this that you can utilize. There will be a description in the link of the video. In the description, there will be a link to Draft Dashboard to get there. Sign yourself up and try that for 30 days for only $1. And then at the end of the 30 days, you can choose, hey man, do I think that I can use this to keep winning money? It's one of the cheapest tools in the business. You can also utilize your player pool to build up to 10 to 150 lineups that you can export over to Draftkings or FanDuel as well. So don't forget about checking that in the description of the video, as well as I always post my Twitter link in there as well. If you're not following me over there, do follow me over there. I generally will post the lineups, starting lineups, any injury news, etc., breaking news that can help you stay on top. It's important that you pay attention to the last hour before lock a lot of the time, because things change all the time, especially with COVID and NBA. Even before COVID really got here, we were already dealing with some crazy things the NBA does, and now we're really dealing with some things because, guy can test positive, a whole damn team go down, just depending on what happens. So it's important to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Nonetheless, we'll take a look at our point guards for today. I really love Heat value today. Generally speaking, just thinking of the Heat value and the Philadelphia value as well. I don't think that Ben Simmons is going to play again today, so love like Maxey and things like that you can kind of utilize today. But nonetheless, James Harden coming out today at a 10-8 price on DraftKings. Thing about James Harden is that his usage is going to be a little bit affected because of John Wall being there and all that. And I think to some degree that hurts him a little bit. Now, as far as LeBron James goes, not so much because, it's LeBron James and AD show there. And if one of them guys don't play, then obviously the usage kind of just jumps up a little bit nonetheless. But let's take a look at Harden. 46.6 projection score today. I can tell you already that's not going to be enough for me to probably go there today. I probably will fade him most likely today just because I think you can get cheaper and get value elsewhere and kind of spend up in those other spots today where I think you'll have a better shot otherwise. But just mentioned James Harden. We all know James Harden. It's hard to say I fade him. But as the past 3 games, he's been around this price tag the past pretty much all the slates we have in NBA this year that he's played on, and he's obviously not getting there for the price. 44, 45, and 43. The only time I'm going to pay that price for James Harden, obviously, if John Wall's out or something, then that makes me like him a lot better, obviously. But moving down the ladder here, LeBron James has been excellent against Houston, 66-63, 52-60, and a 41. Projection for 49 points today at a cheaper price of $10,000. Like him today for LA. Moving down the list here, Stephen Curry, obviously it's been remarkable this season for Golden State. Started off kind of slow, but has picked it up. Projected today for 16% ownership. Fantasy points per minute for 1.45. Projection for 49.5 points today against Indiana, 44 and 34, but has been pretty good this season. He's had a 68 in between a mediocre 28 and a 29 game. I do like Stephen Curry today. I think he can be a nice target today for point guard. Michael Brogdon has also been pretty damn strong this season. He's at a 70% rate. He can 5x the salary today at 8,600. 13% projection on ownership, 46.4 projection score, 1.20 fantasy points per minute, a 56, a 44, and a 46 his past 3 games. It's been mediocre against Golden State, but I think that can change today, especially with the lackluster defense I think Golden State has. They're only 17th per position per point guard, so I think that could be a nice target today for a solid day for Michael Brogdon. Another guy we'll talk about today is Caris LeVert. Now, Caris LeVert, he's going to play some big-time minutes. His usage rate's going to be way high. He's going to start because Kyrie Irving is falling off the damn map somewhere. Don't know when he'll play again. He expected he was going to be out another 3 games. So I think targeting LeVert is a good idea because he's going to be really, really strong at that price. And that price is still hasn't quite jumped to the point where you can't play him. I think he's a strong play, obviously, at 7,600. 37.5 projection score today, 21% ownership. Do think he'll be a strong play today. He's been mediocre against Denver, but you got to remember Kyrie Irving's not playing. He'll be the main guy, him and Durant, so strong consideration today for them too. And with all the uncertainty here with Miami, a guy like Tyler Hero is going to play a ton of minutes today if that game goes. He's going to be on the floor pretty much 40 minutes, 40 minutes today. They're only going to have about 8 players if they do play, 8 or 9 players. So expect a ton of play from Tyler Hero today. I think he's going to be chalk, but you just lock it in and go ahead and play it. I think even 35% is too low, even if that is projection of ownership. I think for me, it's an easy lock for me today to play Tyler Hero. And his usage rate is going to be through the roof. Projected for 30.6. This guy's he's going to have to play well. He's going to have to be out there. So I like the play of Tyler Hero today. Moving on to our shooting guards for the day. Another guy who's been decent this season is Andrew Wiggins. I mean, I like Wiggins. A lot of people don't like to play Wiggins, but I think he started off the season pretty strong. He's had mediocre performances against Indiana, but comparing him for this season only, I think he's been pretty good. 27 and 29 and 34 last 3 games. He's projected for 30.7 today. It's not a bad price to pay, $6,300. I think you can get away with that and play him today. Another guy you consider, Duncan Robinson. Going to have to be on the floor today if he plays. If that game goes, so I do expect some nice target share for him. He is going to be high ownership, but you can expect that today with some of these cheap guys. With this, the minutes they're going to play per the value that you're going to get the price. I think you can play some chalk and get different elsewhere. Get different with your centers. Get different with your forwards. I think you can do that and play this chalk easily today. And I think that's not a bad idea. It's okay to play chalk as long as you don't play every single thing as chalk. Maybe cash game wise that'd be okay, but just keep that in mind. On the other side of the rock here, we've got Dotson, who's been starting, basically playing in a role of Sexton. Do not know if Sexton's going to play today. They've kind of said he's going to play, and then in the last minute they changed their mind. So keep that in mind today. Pay attention to the lock. I think Dotson at $5,000 price is still a good play. He's playing crazy minutes, 41, 37 the past couple games in minutes. He's putting up 41 and 31 in projection for fantasy-wise. So I think if Sexton misses the game today, which I don't know what a day difference would make, you could probably play some Dotson today. Another guy who shit all over us yesterday was Danny Green. I had a lot of Danny Green. He shit the bed hard, and screwed us all. He had a damn 9. Couldn't hit anything yesterday. I think he was 0 for 6 or something at one point. It was just disastrous. I don't think he was good at fouling people. I think he doesn't do that 2 games in a row. I think you go back today. I think his ownership will be a little lower today because of how shitty he played yesterday. So I think going back to him today could be a nice play. It could save you some salary as well. I think Danny Green, because they're obviously going to have to play him a ton. He played 31 minutes yesterday. I think with him, 28 minutes yesterday. But I think if he plays a little better, I think he can be a stronger play and play him some more minutes. This other guy, Dakota Mathis, I mean, the game was mostly a blowout. He's not going to see that kind of run normally if the game wasn't a blowout. So I don't think you go there today. I think you just stay away from that. Going with the Denver game. If we think this game turns into a blowout, which I don't think it will, you could play a guy like PJ Dozier. I mean, he came in, it was a blowout last game. He came in and put up a 26 in 17 minutes. So if you want to play some cheap guys, I think you can go there. David Nwaba has started the past few games with some cheap plays at 3,300. I don't think I'm touching Aaron Gordon anymore. The guy is just trash. His brother is a hell of a lot better. Justin Holiday, it's just been trash. He's been given opportunities, just trash. So don't think I'm going to go elsewhere. But that's pretty much it for what I'm looking at shooting guards today. Hero, you can play in the shooting guard as well. Donovan Mitchell, if you want to go that route today. Not my favorite play in the world. Duncan Robinson, Patty Mills, some love for him. His prices went up a little bit. I don't think I'll go there. Keep an eye on the Sexton news. Schroeder's always considerable in play. He's been pretty decent against Houston in the past. Just a little bit pricier, and I like him, so to speak. But I think you can get different today. Go Danny Green. I don't think he'll have 2 bad games in a row. David Nwaba, if you want to really save some salary. But that's it for shooting guards for me. Moving on to small forward. Obviously, you can play Levert or LeBron James in a small forward spot. Jimmy Butler will not play today due to health protocols. Kelton Johnson's been a guy that's been a kind of a surprise this season. He's been really consistent. 0.98 points, fantasy points per minute. Has a 60% chance he can hit that 5x that salary today at 6,200. Coming in at 16% ownership. For projection, 30.9 points today. Against OKC, he's only put up a 17, only one game, but this guy has been really consistent this season and really strong. Obviously, let's talk about McDermott. McDermott came on. I was watching this game last night, and this guy was just on fire. Dougie McBuckets can get plenty of run, man, if his shot is falling, dude. He's had a 33 against Golden State. He is getting plenty of playing time. He played 23 minutes, 29 minutes the past couple of games. I think in a nice value saving target here at 3,900, I think you could go this route with Doug McDermott. If his shot's falling, man, he can get you up there to 50% chance to 5x salary. At 3,900, that's not a bad value save today. Not really touching Horton Tucker unless LeBron or one of them guys are out. If Pope's out, maybe. C.D. Osman as a no for me. Another guy who's been shitting the bed after a strong start this season is Baisley. Probably not going to go there today. I hate the raise in the price of O'Neal. He's not that good of a player. Nobody's going to play him at that price. Looking on the list here, maybe Kelly Obrecht could be a nice play today. It's 5,300. He's had some strong games against Indiana. 24, 39, and 30, and a 29. Don't hate that play today. Could even go the way of a Bagdon today. Justin Holiday's another guy who's getting a start for Indiana. Could be a nice play. He's been okay against Golden State, but for $5,000 in price, he could get you there. Don't love the play because he's more expensive than he was, but just a mention. Not going to play any Gary Harris. He's just kind of trash these days. Could go with a Taurean Prince. He has been starting. At 3,900, he could be another guy like Doug McDermott who could get you there today. Eric Pascal's been decent the past few games for Golden State. Dort has been getting plenty of playing time. Just not getting exactly where you want him to get there. We'll mention Kuro, 3,400. He's playing big minutes, but he just ain't doing shit with it. So, kind of reminds you of like these other guys that go out there and put up big minutes. Aaron Holiday's the same damn way. They're just guys that go out there and play 35 minutes and shit the bed. Andre Iguodala, I don't want to look and see if he's going to play today. Said Kelly Olynyk's probable for today as well. So, going back to the Heat situation, this is pretty much it. And if you guys aren't follow Fantasy Labs NBA, that's a good place to go if you want up-to-date news and you don't want to follow someone that's going to depend on them to give you that news. You can just get it yourself. Go to Fantasy Labs NBA and you can follow that yourself, and it'll give you what you need to know. So the questionable guys are Olynyk, Leonard, and Vincent. So they need the 2 of the 3 questionables to play. Iguodala will play. Robinson, Hero, Precious will play. Silva, Struss. So they need Leonard, basically Leonard and Olynyk and Vincent to play or whatever, however that works out. But some notable guys out: Butler, Bam, Dragic, Bradley, Hartless, Nunn, Pella, and Haslam, which Haslam, I don't know that Haslam's played in a game in a long time. So, but looks like Iguodala will play, and he'll have to play big minutes. So you could get play some Iguodala at 3,300. I think that's a nice value today. at small forward. So if you want to go that route today, I don't see a problem with that. And he's going to be high ownership. So it's important that you get the guys who's gonna do good today. We saw yesterday that a lot of people had Philly chalk, and some of it worked and some of it didn't. Be careful taking a guy like Iguodala because he can shoot the bed on you and give you a 6, and then you're fighting trying to cash at the end of the night. So be careful with that. That's probably going to be it for small forwards. Let's look at power forwards. Obviously, Anthony Davis is in play. It's been strong against Houston, 56, 55, and a 55, at 33 and 39 a past couple against them. But I think he's, obviously better than that. Like that play today. My favorite play today is probably going to be Kevin Durant. I think you just lock him in and build around it. You see the usage rate, 36% is nuts. Kevin Durant's usage rate goes way up when Kyrie Irving's off the floor. The offense is going to run around Kevin Durant. He's obviously projected for 51.8 today. 21% is not enough. You lock that in 100% today. I think Kevin Durant is a must-play lock-in today, and just lock him in and forget about it. Today, I don't think you can get away from that at a $9,400 price. So just lock him in. The question is, where do you go elsewhere? I like a lot of big guys today. I think another guy that should lock in my lineup today if this Miami game happens is Kelly Olynyk. 38 last game. He's going to play big minutes today. He's probably going to shoot around that 40-minute mark. Wouldn't surprise me any, so I think you can lock him in. He's not even that pricey. He's coming in at 38%, but I think 100% for me. You just lock that in. He's going to have to play big minutes. Sabonis is another guy you can go with today. Not in a bad matchup against Golden State. 23% projected ownership today. It's been decent against Golden State. Past 3 games, though, he's been fucking awesome. 44, a 62, and a 46. But then again, I love Durant. He's my must-play favorite play of the day at power forward. Some other guys you can kind of go with today. I don't love that price for Larry Nance. Larry Nance is just, they got Drummond there and all that, and here lately that's been kind of running around Drummond. I don't really love that play today. So you can pretty much get what you want today. I mean, if you want to go Durant and Jokic, and kind of build with some of that value with Miami, Indiana, etc., I think you can do that easily today. You kind of play what you want to play. I don't think you target the guys who you knew were in good spots who are going to produce. Less risky today. I think you go less risky. You play a guy like Durant. Play a guy like Jokic. Jokic is in a great spot against Brooklyn today. This game should stay competitive. Let's see if I can find the total today for this Brooklyn-Denver game. Let's see. We got a 230 projection and score. That's not bad. So we've got, and it's a point spread's like a point. So you got to love that. So I think you just target that today. Target that game specifically. I mean, I think get away with that. Let's look at the. The Pacers game isn't that bad of a spread. 228. 223 for the Lakers and Rockets. Excuse me. That's okay. Little under 219 for the Spurs game. I'm interested to see what this total is going to be for the Philly game. And Heat game, I probably missed it. There we go. Only a 209 projection score with a negative point spread of 7. Philly's favorite 7 points. That looks ugly. But 209 over under. Wow. Okay. Well, it is what it is. But Moving on to our centers. Obviously, Jokic, my favorite play today. He's coming in at 57.1 projection and score, 12% ownership. That's too fucking low. Play Jokic. Don't be stupid. Just go ahead and lock in Jokic today. It's not rocket science. Jokic has been a fucking monster this season. I know the price tag's high. Play him today. I think Durant, Jokic, Kelly Olynyk. You could even go Embiid if you want to today, because Embiid's usage is obviously out the roof right now with all them guys out. He's been excellent against Miami. I think you could, if you want to build a line, you can play Olynyk in the forward spot. So you can play Olynyk in the power forward position or forward spot on DK. You can play around and play. The problem, you're going to get a little tricky there with FanDuel, because you can't play but one center. And Olynyk may be a center over there, so I think you just go Jokic. But Jokic is my favorite center play today. Against Brooklyn, he's been 75, 73, 64. I had a mediocre 38 and within a 48. So hard to get away from Jokic today. He's a lock for me. Joel Embiid, also a nice play today at 9,700. Obviously, with all that usage, with all them other guys out. I like Sabonis today as well. Like Drummond today as well. If you're playing multiple lines, obviously you can go with Gobert. He's not been bad against Cleveland. Sabonis has a 70% chance he can 5x his salary today. He's 23% projected ownership. Love him today. You can also play him. I think for me, I can get Olynyk. So if I can get Olynyk, Sabonis, Jokic, and Durant, fuck, dude. It's on. I'm going to get all that in my line today if I can. I mean, you can waste your time with guys like a Horford. I'm not going Miles Leonard today. Too much uncertainty with Allen and Aldridge. Wood even. I think LA's a pretty good defensive team, so that could be a lackluster game for him today. If I'm going to pay $7,900 for Christian Wood, I'm just going to go ahead and go up here and spend the money and get Sabonis. I mean, I'm just going to go up that extra 11 or whatever it is to get to him. But I don't think you go value today at the big guys. I think you just go ahead and pay for them guys. You can find plenty of value elsewhere. Just don't be silly with that. Just go ahead and play them guys. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and I think that's a smart way to go today. Nonetheless, guys, that's it for the video. It's pretty simple today. Only 6-gamer. Pay attention to the injury news. Pay attention to the Heat game if that gets postponed. I still like Jokic. I still like Embiid. Still like Sabonis. Jokic, Embiid. You just kind of flip it up with whatever you can find value-wise with the Pacers game, or you can go value with, Embiid. If that game doesn't play, Embiid's not going to be available either. So that limits your options a little bit more. So I think if that Heat and Philly game, for some odd reason, that Miami doesn't have enough players to play, you go play Jokic still, you go play Sabonis still, and maybe you flip that up. Instead of playing Embiid, you can go Drummond instead. I don't think that's a bad play to switch it up and go there. Just some alternatives to go to if you can't play that Miami Philly game gets postponed for some odd reason. You still play Durant, in that, and he's a lock and load today. So you can still switch this up and play. Even if that game gets canceled, you still have plenty of options and a pretty solid core. So I think your core today, let's just keep in mind that Miami game stays on. Core plays today, Durant, Jokic, Embiid, Kelly Olynyk, Tyler Hero, guys like that. Now, if that Miami game gets canceled, you still go Jokic, you still go Durant, you still go Sabonis. As far as playing point guards and things like that, I think you can go with a guy like Brogdon. That's going to give you that solid floor. With potential of a 70% chance today he can 5x his salary, 8,600. If you can't go Hero, your options get kind of limited a little bit. But if you can't go Hero because something happens with that Miami game, I think you can go Schroeder. Maybe Sexton plays. You can go that route if you want to. Go Curry if you want to. There's still different ways to go. But I think your core is with your big men today. I think Jokic, Durant, Sabonis. If that Miami game stays on, that obviously includes Kelly Olynyk, Hero, Embiid as core plays as well. I think you just kind of stick with those big guys and you kind of build around that because those big guys are going to get you there today, Durant and Jokic specifically. And then you can kind of build around that and see if you're playing multiple lines and throw you some Embiid in there, throw you some, if you're going to do core with the Miami game playing, it'll be Hero, Olynyk, Durant, and Sabonis. And then if the Miami game gets canceled, obviously you can still play Durant, Sabonis, and Jokic. So those are my three main core today. But nonetheless, guys, that is the video. Again, you can find the description of for Draft Dashboard. You can try for 30 days for just $1 in the description of the video. You also find my Twitter link there, Jackpot25 at Jackpot DFS. Will also be the link of the description of the video. Guys, good luck today. Let's win some damn money. Let's be smart and play smart today. And we'll see you guys soon for a new video. See you guys. Bye.